Class on Monday, Dan?
I'm thinking probably Good Morning Judge and my staple, Let There Be Love.
It's your like your theme song. I mean,
It is.
yeah, I think Dan quote Let There Be Love, Cheka.
It kind of puts out a false impression to the world because basically I'm a cynical SOB who doesn't believe in it, but it's another whole story.
You too?
Yeah, me too. What do I do for a living, Eden?
Yeah, this is true. Dan!
Oh, man, we do this every time. You ready? Play me in. Live from Studio One in the Steel Cow Building, located in the historic village of Wickfield, Rhode Island, home of Johnny Cakes and Brickley's Ice Cream. The Eden Show is a Greenhouse Entertainment Group production, and I'm Dan Chayka. Eden's guest tonight, who is live from New York City, Brenda Earle Stokes, a singer, pianist, and educator who will be playing Sounds Like a Song with our fearless leader herself, Miss Eden Casteel.
I have to lean over really far to play the piano. I feel like I should have a giraffe neck like that, right? You can't see how far away I am, right? There's my arms. I'm that far away from the piano. I'd have to be like Tommy Tune from the waist up. Yes.
Are those new curtains in the background?
I'm so glad you noticed, Dan. Yes, those are new curtains in the background. That's why I have everything kind of situated this way, so you can see my new curtains. Aren't they pretty?
But we won't get to see your teenage daughter sneak out.
Yeah, she usually does. Right. Yeah, that's either good or bad, depending on whether my teenage daughter or not. But she's at work right now anyway. But aren't they pretty? And in this light, they look kind of grayish, brownish, I think. But they're celadon.
Oh,
and
good.
my mother's favorite color was celadon. So
It's one of my favorites too.
It's so pretty, right? So yeah, I've been waiting to put these up, and my friend Alan Gianfrancesco from Bob Francis Interiors up in the northern part of Rhode Island came last Friday and got those installed for me. So now I've got them. I've got another pair actually on my windows over here, and they do help to control sound, which makes my husband happy because I'm kind of noisy. So yeah, they're up. So yeah, I don't, I usually have my sign on the glass door behind me that says the Eden Show. So now I have this one over here for now. And I think for Christmas, I'm just going to like put up, a step and repeat like on this wall or something. I don't know. You know what a step and repeat is?
It's a never-ending battle.
It's never better. Yes. How do I let people know my brand? Short of a tattoo on my forehead. This is the problem. So
I find the tattoos on the forehead very disturbing. It's distracting. They're not going to actually listen to you at that point. They're going to be going, does that come off?
That's what he said. So anyway, it's been a day, hasn't it? You and I have had quite a time this past week.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, we have. Yeah. Oh, by the way, if you're watching, thank you, 6 people who are watching. My name is Eden Casteel. I'm live from Wakefield, Rhode Island. This is Dan Chayka, my friend, personal MC, and lawyer. And we are here to entertain you. So we have a guest on every week who plays music. We play live. So if you've seen a lot of wonderful live streams where you've seen people play at you, we play with you and for you. So Brenda Earle Stokes is our guest tonight. She'll be playing live from her apartment in New York City, and we're going to actually be playing together through the magic of technology. Yes. And you get to participate by typing in the chat a few things. We would like to know, where are you saying hello from? Please tell us where you're saying hello from. And I'll write a hello down here so that way you know where to put that chat. And we're going to ask you for some song suggestions, some title suggestions later in the hour. But if you've got a good one right now, go ahead and lay it down there so we can remember it. But we're going to ask our friend Brenda to write us some songs on the spot, right? On the spot.
I think it's the most fun part of the show.
I think so too. It's really, really fun. We call that Sounds Like a Song. And Brenda is rather good at it. Because she's rather good at a million things. So, and she's a girl after my own heart. So I've known her for a while, and I've gotten to know her better recently, and I'm really looking forward to having her play. But first,
yes, please.
Dan, you were on my Zoom last night. We were writing a song together. We wrote a song.
You know what? I spent a lot of time with you this week.
You
we
did.
had the Zoom. We wrote a song about planets.
Yeah, I'm playing.
From a different songwriting method, which was really pretty cool.
Yeah,
But
we were with Hallie
earlier in the
Elwell, who
week-
was the guest the 6th episode of the Eden Show. So she's a singer-songwriter, right? And so she worked on that with
Yes.
us. So what happened earlier in the week, right?
Earlier in the week, let's see. You played my favorite dive bar in Providence. And as I said when I saw you there, it was Nickani's down the Jewelry Street. But as I said, they came to see Ed, but they'll be coming back to see you, my dear. It was quite a show.
Oh,
Quite a
you
show.
sweetie, you sweetie. That's really nice. Hey, if you want to, Facebook people, if you're watching on Facebook, you can connect your Facebook to Restream. That will show your name and your profile picture. So basically, share your identity with us. Go ahead. Nothing could happen. There's nothing wrong. This message brought to you by Mark Zuckerberg. Going ahead. You were saying.
And then on Sunday,
Uh-huh.
Our buddy Jordan Becker.
Yeah, huh? You
had
mean this
a
guy?
You got a picture of him? Oh, yeah.
I do. Eliza took that.
High-powered show.
Isn't that a power
Really,
pose?
really good.
He did great. Yes, our friend Jordan Becker did his rock and roll show. He headlined it with the Jordan Becker Band. It was so much fun. And he rocked the Pump House, had a great time. And a lot of his friends showed up with T-shirts that had his band poster on it. That was really,
that's
really,
so
really
fun.
fun.
That is
and
a
that
good
was,
picture.
It was with a lot of the same people from Nickani's. So there's my friends from Nickani's. There we are in the bar.
Yes.
It is Providence's most musical dive bar. Is that right? Would you say so?
I would say it is the only musical dive bar, and never a cover.
Never a cover, which is nice, which maybe is kind of sad as a player, but also really happy. So that's me with Ed Valley and Marty Ballou, and we had a great time as the co-eds.
The crowd's usually generous with the tip jar. We understand that workers have to work.
They were very generous with the tip jar, and I did get a little video of what you were doing.
Like the ladies. There we go, the ladies. There we go. Just try for a couple more points.
So now you. Oops, I will put it again.
whoops.
Now you know what Dan does in his spare time when he's not lawyering or hosting on the Eden Show.
Yes.
Yeah.
Games of skill.
Yeah.
Pool and golf.
Capital P, and that rhymes with pool. So,
Yes.
no, that was really, really fun. Oh, I mean, really, I'm a zombie. I took lots of video everywhere. So I got video of you, and I got a little video of Jordan while I was playing keyboards in his show because it was just so much fun. And you couldn't come because you had to go watch the Patriots. Did they win or lose?
Oh, they lost in a very exciting game.
Okay.
My buddy who went with me, 20 years ago, this is the first time he's seen his team win.
That's great. That's great. I'm glad that you got to see that, but this is what I got to see. Is that not cool?
Nice.
Oh, no, it's going to happen again. I got to work on
That's
my trigger
okay.
finger.
Was that Paula Clare on
That
the left?
was. That was.
What an awesome group.
We had such fun.
Rick Kudu on drums.
Rick Kudu on drums,
my.
Ed Valley guitar, Joe Potenza on bass, Stephen Grube on sax, all backing Jordan Becker. So
It
that
looked
was-
packed.
It was packed.
Oh.
Everybody was vaxxed
Good
or
stuff.
tested. We were safe, and there was lots of ventilation. There was room to spread out, but a lot of our friends were there. It was a really, really good time. So yeah, it's been a really musical, performing week. I'm slightly tired. Slightly tired.
Tired in a good way. Tired in a good
Yeah,
way.
tired in a good way. Oh, good. Thank you for tuning in, people. I see. Hi, Carrie Lee. Thank you so much. Brenda is texting inside the chat. Thank you, Brenda. Are you sweet? Dan is watching from London, Ontario. That's cool. Carrie Lee, Dublin, Ohio. Robin Dyer in Warwick. Dan says, anything by Jimmy Van Heusen tonight? I don't know, but we do have some fun selections, Brenda and me. And thank heaven for Little Girls from Gigi. So, okay, we have a wonderful set of selections here. Dan, what kind of lawyer are you? That's what Carrie Lee's
I
asking.
am a general practitioner who spends most of his time doing divorces for the last 34 years.
Let there be love.
Let there be
Let
love.
there be love. So, yeah, that's what he does. So, yeah, thank heaven for little lawyers is what I say. I really
Thank
think
you.
that's great. So, now comes the fun time of our show when we have to do...
Well, wait, before we do that.
Oh, what?
Is it possible we could hype our friend Karen's production and no shameless plugs
That's
yet?
one of them. But
Oh, okay,
because
good.
you and I are in it, so I figured that we could do both, right?
Oh, good.
Absolutely. All right, I wrote a new thing for it. So what am I going to do here? Shameless plugs, shameless plugs. You got to buy tickets so I don't hear crickets. Shameless plugs.
Yeehaw.
Was that good? Yeah, see?
That was
You
good.
gotta buy tickets so I don't hear crickets. Shameless plugs. All right, so buy tickets so I don't hear crickets, right? That's good.
Yeah.
So here's a shameless plug.
There we go.
Yeah, we're both in this show at Barker Playhouse in the first weekend of November called If There Is No Wind, Row.
Row.
What does that mean to you? What does that mean to you, Dan?
What does it mean to me?
Yeah, what does that mean to you?
Basically, you got to keep moving. You got to keep yourself entertained. And if there's no wind, you row and you make it a fun time.
That's great.
That's the way I'm looking at it.
I just realized my camera's frozen, isn't it?
Yes and no. Oh, I guess it froze again. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's the second time this has happened, but you can hear me fine, right?
Here you're fine, you know.
Okay.
Not the most flattering picture, but it's what it is.
Well, you know, I work on my dentistry, so I'm going to go to this one. Let's see if this is any better. Let's see if it's any better. Any better?
You're moving, except there's something right in front of the camera lens.
Yes, it's right in front of the camera lens. So let me move this over.
There we go.
There we go, boys and girls.
Ah, beautiful. Maybe, move it up a little so we can see the top of your head. Yeah.
How can you tell a live stream is live? Because crap like this happens.
This stuff happens.
Well, it's a little disturbing because this is the second live stream I've done where this camera has frozen. So something's going on. Maybe you know what?
Mercury's retrograde.
Mercury's in retrograde and Apple released a new operating system. It's one of those two things, I'm betting, but I don't know. So got to work on that. So maybe Santa will bring me a camera for live streaming that I can use.
Maybe it was the Zuckerberg dig. You gotta be careful.
I tried to get people to put their stuff on Facebook. I tried. So anyway, so come see If There Is No Wind Row at the Barker Playhouse, and Dan's performing in it. I am, our friend Karen Besson, our friend Eliza Collins. It's going to be a great show. That's available at Barker Playhouse, which is playersri.org. So that's shameless plug number one, but wait, there's more. So we did the Jordan Becker show. We talked about that. We talked about you doing songwriting with the Wednesday Writing Workshop. We have one more week on that. And then I think I want to do it again in November. Maybe not on Wednesdays, not every Wednesday, but maybe I'll just pick one. You want to write more songs?
I do. I enjoy it.
It's really fun. Yeah. We're getting close to that time where we're coming up on that year of when we released our first written songs and holidays. So I think we'll have to revisit those as well.
The pandemic ones, yeah.
The pandemic ones. And then we have another show coming up for our friend Eliza. Where is that thing? There it is. So Eliza has her cabaret coming up in November 16th, or 14th, sorry. November 14th, 6 p.m. It's called Sex and the Older Girl. That is her cat biting her foot.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, it's her actual cat. And that's her laughing about it because, as she said, this is the sex life of an 83-year-old. That's what she
She's
said.
got such a great attitude.
She has such a great attitude. So I definitely hope I have that same attitude when I'm her age. So that'll be really good. And they said I go to see you on Monday night because you're going to be coming to a master class at my house.
I am so excited.
Yeah. Sarah Potenza is going to be here. So Sarah is actually going to be performing at the Met in Pawtucket on Saturday night. If you've ever seen her on America's Got Talent, The Voice, and she's from Rhode Island. She's a fantastic singer now based in Nashville. She just sang on the Grand Ole Opry about a month or two ago for the second time. So she's going to be in my living room, and you get to sing for her and get coached by her.
I cannot wait. If I get a little of the energy that woman puts out when she's on a stage, I can live a year off of it.
She's incredible. So I'm looking forward to that. There's going to be 4 of my clients will be performing. The youngest one is 13, and the oldest one, I don't know, some multiple of 13. But it'll be great. So that's happening. So basically, we got a lot going on. I'm trying to be nice. So it's just a multiple of 13. But what we have to talk about now is what else has happened in history on this important day in history. Are you ready?
Well, let me tell you, Eden.
Okay.
On this day in 1908, the first first two-sided vinyl record was offered for sale in an ad in the Saturday Evening Post.
And for the first time, listeners could say, I didn't listen to the B-side.
I always listen to the B-side.
Right, because we're normal people. But
yes.
That happened in 1908. On this day in 1917 in Cheraw, South Carolina, bebop and jazz trumpeter John Burke's Dizzy Gillespie was born. Pretty sure his mother called him Sweet Cheeks.
Me too.
Can you do a Dizzy Gillespie impression?
No. Yeah.
Okay.
I played trumpet in high school.
Yeah.
I had that down.
Make sure you screenshot that.
I'm going to, yeah, right.
Okay. Very important.
So did you know that the movie version of My Fair Lady starring Audrey Hepburn and Rex Harrison premiered on this day in 1964?
Ooh, cool. Did we have anything funny about that? We did. It's 1964. That's a day when hurricanes hardly ever happen. Damn, 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 damn. I'm trying to do Rex Harrison. I'm not Rex Harrison.
It's tough. It's
Nobody
tough.
was. Yeah, okay. I
But
tried.
in 1972,
Yeah.
on this day, Chuck Berry released his only number one on the Hot 100. Do you know what it was?
I do. Can anybody who's watching identify this song? My ding-a-ling, my ding-a-ling.
ding-a-ling.
I want to play with my ding-a-ling.
ding-a-ling.
Yeah, yeah. Even Brenda's going, oh my God. Yeah.
What'd she get herself into? But I
learned
will
that.
say this.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to move on.
Okay.
We're going to go up to 1980.
All right.
And on this day in 1980, Kim Kardashian was born.
It was her first surgery,
But not her last.
but not her last. That was pretty bad, but I mean,
We enjoyed it.
we enjoy it. All right, happy birthday to Kim Kardashian, and this is great. And oh, yeah, that's really all we need to say. So, except on this day, October 21st, 2021, the incomparable, the beautiful, the wonderfully talented Brenda Earle Stokes came to be a guest on the Eden Show. All that lead up. Yeah. Hi, Brenda.
Hello, how are you?
Very good. We are glad you are here.
So we, especially after the My Dingling fiasco, we thought you might have left the building.
Check, please.
Do you ever get asked to play that song?
No,
No.
there is an old song that I found that Lil Hardin Armstrong, Louis Armstrong's wife, that was called My Girl's Pussy. And that's a very funny one. And another one called Hot Nuts.
I want
So
copies
I have
of
a
both of
collection
those.
gross songs. We'll do a gross songs night some night.
Yes, okay. If you would like a gross songs night with Brenda and me, please let us know in the chat and we will take care of you. We totally would. I'm up for that. So I learned my dingling because my high school best friend Laura made me a mixtape for college. That was on it. She made a really good one. I have no idea where half the stuff came from, but I still listen to it. I mean, she took the time. The girl took the time, like you did with a mixtape in the 80s. It was so fun.
I got a mixtape of a song called Every Man I Love Is Either Married, Gay, or Dead. It's a country song.
It's a country
Of
song.
course.
That's a good title. That's working the title angle first. That's a really important thing. All right, so Brenda is coming to us live from New York. You said Third Avenue is right outside your window? That's right.
Right there.
I can't hear it, which is fine. So, and it looks like a lovely studio you've got there. You told me the square footage. And Brenda is a fantastic pianist, singer, educator, performer. She does everything. So tonight, I get to actually relax and listen to somebody else do stuff. So Brenda, what would you like to perform for us? To start off.
I'm going to, I know someone wanted Van Heusen, but this is of a similar era. So this is Rodgers and Hammerstein, and I'm shocked that the jazzers didn't get their hands on this yet. It's one of the few songs from that era that hasn't gotten the grubby hands of jazz musicians on it. And so this is a song that's often done by legit music theater singers, but I'm going to just wreck it tonight.
Awesome. Dan, I'm going to put you in the little boys' room.
Yes.
Have
exactly.
a ball, ladies. Have
Bye.
a ball. I can't wait to hear
All
it.
right, I'm taking my headphones off.
Okay.
Here I go. When the sky is a bright canary yellow, I forget every cloud I've ever seen. So they call me a cockeyed optimist, immature and incurably green. I have heard people
Bravo. That was so cool. Oh, yeah, now you can hear me. Bravo! That was so cool. Yes. Oh, cool. Here's our friend. Let's see if you can see this.
Yay. Hey, Michelle.
So, Brenda, did you create that arrangement on your own?
Yeah, I made that up. Yeah.
Yeah, she made that up, boys and girls. So that's a wonderful arrangement of that. And I'm just watching your right hand fly and just being very, very jealous. That's so
Yay,
cool.
thank you.
So where did you study jazz, or when did you start studying jazz?
So I discovered jazz when I was in high school. When I was 15, my high school band director played Oscar Peterson playing CJ and blues, and it was like that "you had me at hello" moment, and I went like, this is the thing, because I was a very undevoted classical pianist. I something wasn't right, but I heard Oscar and I'm like, forget it. You can't see this, but there's a huge poster of him like right there in my studio. And so I ended up going to York University in Toronto for my undergrad in jazz piano, where Oscar Peterson was the chancellor at that time. Because he lived in the area, York University is like north of Toronto, and he lived in Mississauga, which is that area. And so he would come to watch our recitals and our concerts, and he would give talks. And I sat on the piano bench with him once and got to play with him, which was wild. Yeah.
It's like,
So it was like a very early full circle for me. And then I moved to New York to go to Manhattan School of Music, and kept thinking, well, wait a second, maybe I'll leave at some point. And then I married an American. So now I'm stuck here forever.
I've been stuck here forever. Yes, how can you? So you've been in the city ever since?
Yeah.
That is so amazing. I spent my high school kind of in Opryland, which was great. But now I kind of wish I'd done a little bit of jazz. And nobody ever asked me to play any jazz chords like in jazz band, right? So I was the guest singer. I did Misty. But,
Right.
You are what you are, whatever.
Yeah.
But that is so incredibly cool. So you were a Canadian, and now you're here in the States with this American who has you stuck on 3rd Avenue. and you play all over the city?
I play all over the place. I mean, not obviously during these COVID times. I've been playing pretty much in this room. But yeah, I've done a lot of international touring. I've been to Australia a bunch, and New Zealand, and around the United States and Canada, and hopefully that will start to kick in a little bit. But things are picking up. I didn't do any gigs for a while, and the last, I'd say 5 weeks, I've done like 15 gigs or something. So it's like starting to, yes, please.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, guys, go see live music, right? Thank you for watching my live stream, but go see live music.
Yeah, exactly.
So, although, you and I both are heavily involved in online activities.
Yes.
And we like that kind of thing. And we were doing it, both of us, even before the pandemic, but it definitely picked up for both of us during pandemic and still now. You have Piano and Voice with Brenda, which is your online course. Is that right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
That's the sort of umbrella. And I have this new membership program called The Versatile Musician. And what I did is I've been creating, I sort of was doing these online courses years ago, and didn't realize I was, for once in my life, slightly ahead of my time. And so what I did over the summer was I had 8 online courses, and instead of like getting people to do this or do that, I put all of them into a membership with all kinds of other content. So it's everything from piano skills to musicianship and rhythm, basically anything that is supporting a musician, a singer, an instrumentalist, a trombone player, or a music educator who wants to flesh out all of the skills that help them to actually work. So you be the artist, and then I teach all the stuff that supports that, so it can turn you into a business, a gigging, working musician.
You're a girl after my own heart. Truly. And it's wonderful stuff that she has. This past summer, she had a whole series of like summer school activities that you could get into your inbox. That was really great. And then she plays like that. So if you have enjoyed seeing what she's doing live tonight, you can also check out Piano Voice with Brenda, and you can check out The Versatile Musician at her website and get more of this goodness. I have no problem promoting what you're doing because I think it's so fantastic. Yeah. So, and live streaming is fun too. I got to teach her something a little bit about live streaming because we are both, Zoom refugees. And we like Restream better. If Restream is watching through the magic of Zuckerberg, yeah, we like Restream. It's a pretty cool streamer, except when the camera freezes. But I think that's a camera thing. So I don't know. Tech is hard.
Yeah.
It's a necessary evil, but tech is hard, and it's important to do it. And we can't let it get in the way of the musicianship. But I actually think, and I think you agree, that having some tech skill actually helps you bring your music to new audiences.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, because I was really, really not techie, and I started out by like typing in a Google search of like, what video camera do get? You know, how do you use Final Cut Pro? It was really, really like that. And I essentially taught all of it through YouTube videos, like taught to myself, and then just made a whole bunch of stupid mistakes until I out-stupided myself.
I like that. Remember that, boys and girls. Out-stupided. That's going to be one of our song titles. I like that. I think out-stupided should totally be one of those. So, because that really is how you do anything. I mean, if I could maybe get my right hand to do half of that, if I just a little at a time, just one finger at a time, right? That's how you play anything. One note at a time, one finger at a time. So. Yeah. I think we should play something else. So, this is one of the cool things that you do, right? Where you sometimes take pop songs and you cover them and you make them your own. You just did it with musical theater, but now you're going to do it with a Foo Fighters song?
Yes, I'm like weirdly obsessed with the Foo Fighters. It's like a thing that's gotten worse and worse and worse and worse. I mean, they're amazing. And so the way I broke the seal back into seeing live music was they opened Madison Square Garden this summer, and I spent an ungodly sum on the ticket to go see them, and my husband wasn't allowed to go because the tickets were so expensive. And I said to him, you don't know any of their songs, you're not going. But it was one of the best concerts I've ever seen in my life, and I've seen a lot of really good concerts.
Wow.
Yeah.
So now this is a tribute to them.
This is a tribute to them. Yeah, okay. This is my version of their big hit, Best of You.
Best of You.
Here I go.
All right.
I've got another confession to make. I'm your fool. Everyone's got their chains to break, holding you. Were you born to resist or be abused? Is someone getting the best, the best, the best, the best of you? Is someone getting the best, the best, the best, the best of you? Or are you gone and on to someone new? I needed somewhere to hang my head without your noose. Give me something I didn't have without no use. I was too weak to give in, too strong to lose. My heart is under arrest
jazz hands.
Thank
Until you can hear me go, yay, Brenda! Wasn't that cool, guys? That was so beautiful. That was
Thank
beautiful. Yeah. I also love that you take any song you love and you make it work for you.
That's why you and I are destined to be besties.
You said it, girl. It is
Yeah,
so true.
I think it comes from too is my family had a record player and a box of random 45s. And I mean, my father is a music lover. My parents were both music lovers, but they weren't particular about anything. So we listened to everything from like Little Richard and then Twisted Sister and then, like Beethoven and just all kinds of like random stuff. And so when I listened to music, I never categorized it. I just put everything in its music. And so all of that kind of nuanced stuff that people are like, oh, I only listen to 70s rock. Like, I didn't discern any difference between those styles. So
I miss the heavy metal part because my parents are older. But I totally get that. My dad, it was 8 tracks, right? In the Lincoln Continental. And it was a lot of Kenny Rogers, Linda Ronstadt, Statler Brothers, and then music at church, and then whatever my dad and mom would play around the house. And my dad's a piano player, my mother was a singer. So it was the thrill of live. And my dad used to do this game with us where he would sit there and he would just play, I don't know. He would just make up little random things so that way his daughters could just dance around the living room.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah. And my mother would just watch us and kind of say, do this one. And she'd give a suggestion. But I think at that very young age, I learned that, there's like genre, right? And these are all different styles, but you can play them with your fingers.
Right.
And they're really fun and they're creative. So isn't it amazing the messages that we get?
Yeah, it's an important thing, which is why I try to expose my kid to a lot of cool stuff, although the video game music is in heavy, intense rotation right now. But what he doesn't realize, and I hope nobody watching will tell him, it's all jazz. It's just robot jazz. I call it caffeinated robot music, but it's jazz. All that Sega Genesis and the Minecraft stuff, it's jazz. So I'm fine.
You're fine.
Do it.
That's right. Teach the children well. Go ahead.
Yeah.
This is great.
Exactly.
I love this. So one of the songs that we love together, right? We both love this one. We're going to try to do it as a duo.
Yes.
Yeah. And so you love it. I love it. It's Nina Simone. My Baby Just Cares for Me. But since Brenda's such a good player, she's going to play it. Well, I get to sing, at least initially.
Yeah. Then we'll both play. It's going to be all the things to all the people.
It's going to be all,
people, please.
Yeah, all the things to all the people. So here we go.
Excellent. And we'll see how it goes because in this live stream world, there's a slight delay. And since you and I are so nuanced as vocal accompaniments, it's so hard to not go in that direction. So we sort of have to be not friendly vocal accompanists, right?
Right. So we're adapting. And if anybody's out here saying, how do they do that? Well, we adapt. And
we're evil geniuses.
And that too. It's the venom that we drink every morning with our caffeine. But aside from that, there are things you do. So, and if you want to, you can ask us or you can frickin' pay us and we'll tell you how we do it. And then we won't kill you. My baby don't care for shows. My baby don't care for clothes. My baby just cares for me. Liz Taylor is more his style, and even Lana Turner's smile is something he can't see. My baby don't care who knows it. My baby just cares for me. don't care for cars and races unless it's a Tesla. My baby don't care for, he don't care for high-top places.
Julia Roberts is not his style. And even Gwyneth Paltrow's style.
That witch.
Something he can't see.
Is something he can't see. I wonder what's wrong with baby. My baby just cares for. My baby just cares for. My baby just cares for me.
We started together, we ended together. Nobody cried, nobody died.
Story of my love life. This is close enough for jazz.
Totally.
Literally. Heck yeah. Really. I mean, come on. It was super fun. It's like two girls dancing or like two guys dancing. Who leads? Right? And you have to just figure that stuff out. It's like Blades of Glory. That's what it's like. It's like Blades of Glory. And that, but yeah, that maybe not. We're better than that. It's Keys of Glory. That's what it is. Keys of Glory. Go. Yeah. So, do you do other Nina Simone? Love her.
I do a bunch. Yeah, I know some Nina Simone songs. I haven't like done them in a while though, but
yeah, Michelle, pay us. By the way, up there at the top it says buymeacoffee.com. That is where you can literally tip me. So you can tip me there, buymeacoffee.com, Eden Casteel, or you can Venmo me. That works too. But you can also subscribe to Brenda's stuff, and you can tip her as well, probably on her site. When she does her live stream and I'm a guest, she can get all of the tip money. We can totally do that, right? Yeah. Tipping is a thing. We appreciate it very much. We appreciate it when that happens live. Have you done that thing where you have like the little QR code where you go out and play live so people can tip you, or do you still do the jar?
No, I haven't done any of that stuff.
Girl, we got to get you a tip jar.
I got to work on it.
Yeah, totally. I mean, you got to have enough for cab fare, right? Or something like that.
That's true.
And that big bad city of yours. So yeah, me and my friend Ed Valley, we had this group called the Co-Eds. Get it? Co-Eds.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, and now we're a trio. So we have our friend Marty Ballou, and we have several tip jars. So we bring them to each gig, and Ed's wife brings one, and she puts little lights inside it. I was going to decorate my microphone tonight with these little lights.
Oh.
But these also, she sticks one of these in the tip jar. So even if it's a really dark club, they can't miss where to put the tip.
Ah, excellent.
Smart, right? Yeah. And we did. We made some decent money at the bar. So I was happy about that. So that cool. One that Nick was, Nick and Ease, which was so great. So you teach in the room in the city, and you're also teaching online.
Yeah.
Right? How's that going?
It's good. I was teaching online again, like slightly ahead of the curve, because every time I went to Australia, I met some new people. And so after this live stream, I'll be in Perth, Australia. So I've been teaching voice and piano lessons. I think it's like 5 years or something. I mean, again, totally the untrailblazerist person in the world, but blazing the trail a tiny little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love it, and it's been working really, really well. And I still haven't been in person since COVID, so. But the virtual lessons are going great, and in some ways it's better because people don't come in and they're scrambling in their code and they're, like they're in their space, they're in their zone, and it's helped me to identify more practice issues and like technical issues, because I can say your piano bench is too low, or what's going on. I've discovered a lot of very out of tune pianos that needed to be worked on. It's like sort of getting to know what people in their natural habitat has been really helpful.
I agree. My carpet is so much cleaner. Yeah. And we were joking about if you could see the camera below our waists right now. There's stuff there, trust me. But It's everything below the waist is kaput. But we don't have to worry about having, a complete presence all the time. It's actually really wonderful. So the live streaming is here to stay. And I hope live stream performing like this, I mean, if that just proved it for you, we're having a blast. And we'll look later at the tape and see if it turned out all right. But you can do this. It's not, hugely terrible tech to learn. Are we using Sonobus as our audio connector tonight? Sometimes we use SoundJack. And the inventor of SoundJack was a guest on my show about a month ago, which was super fun because he was live from Leipzig, Germany. And we played pretty much in real time. So he made adjustments on his end. I made adjustments on mine. And like we're doing, we kind of make adjustments in how we play or the certain style of music. So really, My Baby Just Cares For Me is probably the most rhythmic we'd ever get, right? Mm-hmm. Because it works better on songs where you can back phrase. But if you notice that in the vocal, we could back phrase. So that's the key. But if you do that, there's so many songs in the world for which that qualifies. And then you can have a great time. So when people say, oh, I couldn't do that live stream, I don't know if I could make that work, you have to ask us how to do it, and we will show you. Right. Okay, Michelle is sitting here. Okay, I tipped. Do we get another song? Yes, Michelle, you get another song. This is a Brenda original. I think you should do your original. Yeah. This is the one that you wrote about your son?
I did. I wrote a song cycle called the Motherhood Project, and it's all songs about like the real experience of motherhood, not like the look at my beautiful baby, my life is so complete, like none of that crap. All the real stuff about like body issues and like the pain of it and how your relationship changes and the sadness parts and like the real stuff, like the
episiotomy.
But this song came from the experience of my son. It's called the Loose Tooth Blues, and it's about his experience being in second grade. And it's so funny that I'm performing this today because he actually lost a tooth today. So Yay! It wasn't planned, but anyways, this is called the Loose Tooth Blues, and you can sing along if you want.
All right. Did you hear that, Michelle? You can sing along.
You can't understand just what goes on in the life of a kid in the second grade. It makes me super queasy the way you think it's easy, like we've got it made in the shade. Oh, mercy me, I'm in misery. When you're 7.5, there is an aftermath that every one of us has to bear. It's such a pesky subject, and one our mums can't correct. The pain is such that I have to share. Oh, mercy me, I'm in misery. Let me tell you about the loose tooth blues. Loose tooth blues. They're the blues you cannot lose. Wiggle here, wiggle there, and my teacher doesn't care. There's no use, I've got the lousy loose tooth blues. An approaching tooth extraction starts a chain reaction that sets my day from pleasant to fail. I feel a little tension, but not enough to mention. I tried to leave it, but to no avail. My day is ruined, mercy me, I'm in misery. Talking to my dentist, I learned this is relentless, 'cause I've got 7 teeth left to shed. He says growing up is painful, had better be coming tonight.
Yes! Yes, 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 yes. That was adorable.
Thank you.
Michelle, you just tipped the tooth fairy, so I hope you know that. So, but that was great. So what did your son say when you said, hey, I wrote a song for you?
He was thrilled. He liked the song. He thought it was funny.
Good.
The other songs he didn't get as much. The feminist perspective on mothers was a little bit, but you know.
Maybe later.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Later. Yeah. My son's 23, and I don't know if he remembers anything. I haven't written a song for him, but you're inspiring me. This song would be like, move out of my house, move out of my house, please get an apartment somewhere else. Okay. I'm in a different phase of life, so. But I love them. Kids are great. Life is great. Life is wonderful. Everything's perfect. So, because of that, I'm looking forward to seeing what people come up with, because it's time, Brenda, it's time to play Sounds Like a Song, where people give you a sentence or the beginning of a song, a title of a song, and you and I have to come up with a brand new song. It is just improvised music, but I know you're great at it. So, I will start with, oh yeah, Michelle is giving us all the comments here. She loves it. Good. So we start with something that I see in the comments, but if you would like to give a suggestion to Brenda and me so we can do Sounds Like a Song, drop it in the chat and we will take a look. So I'm going to look back at them, scrolling back to see what we've got here. Oh, something really, really fun. Okay. All right. This is Carrie Lee. All right. Dan, what kind of lawyer are you? Okay. That's going to be the title of our song. What kind of lawyer are you? All right. So I'll put it up there so you can see it. All right. So now anything you want. I'm sure you're really great at being a lawyer. What kind of lawyer are you? Sold. Dan, there is your new jingle. We just gave you a jingle. That's how easy it is, right? When you have somebody as talented as Brenda. So drop a suggestion in the chat. I see you watching, people. So you can drop a suggestion in the chat. I hope I can see them. Actually, this is sometimes what happens too. Restream is wonderful. Restream is terrible because sometimes I miss comments. And so I'm looking to see what the comments are. Sometimes they show up on different channels because they don't show up. No, so far so good. I see 9 comments here, but I think they're all together. What are the comments? Yep, they're all still the same. Okay, so, imagination. Well, that's a real song. We need a fake song, my friend. So can you give us, Dan, a fake title? Another word besides imagination. Something with an ation at the end of it. Transportation. Let's write a song called Transportation.
All right.
Yep. Yeah, he says, oh, yeah, exactly. All right, so he said imagination, but let's imagine a song about transportation. All right. So,
Does this one already exist? Clang, clang, clang. Okay, start singing.
Clang, clang, clang went the Amtrak. Ding, ding, ding went my pacemaker, 'cause I was late for the train again. I want to get to Feinstein's and 54 below. It'll take me 3 hours from Rhode Island. I hope Transportation, 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 transportation. First I get the Amtrak. It's leaving without me. Okay. Yeah. Story of my life on November 10th. I actually am going to Feinstein's on November 10th. I get to go see
Yay.
Jeff Harner. So looking forward to that. Okay, Mr. Rogers action. Yes, exactly. Were you inspired by Mr. Rogers for that? A tad, right? You know. The trolley.
See, children's television just had better music back then.
That sure did. And Fred Rogers was a great player, wasn't he?
This guy from Pittsburgh was like the jazz piano guy of Pittsburgh. I don't know his name.
Okay, that was great. Oh yeah, Dan says that's the stuff. Thank you, Dan. We appreciate your
go
go to
went to high
conference.
school together.
Oh, that's so cool.
We sang in choir together.
Okay, he gave another Asian word.
Inebriation.
Inebriation. It's a spoken word song.
Spoken word.
Yep.
Inebriation.
Inebriation.
All right, it's got to be in. Let's see. It's in 5.
Oh God. Inebriation. This is not real champagne. I'm the best singer in the world, says my glass. I'm the best teacher in the world, says my glass. Inebriation. There. Okay, one more. Robin, oddly enough, Thursday is on the same day every week. Maybe country?
Oh, yeah, we could do that.
Yeah. You go.
Me?
Yes, you. You're doing great.
I'm like, let me see what I can come up
Okay. You want me to do it? But I want to give you
with. You do it. You got it.
Okay. Oddly enough, Thursday's on the same day every week. Oddly enough, you like to kiss me on my right cheek. Oddly enough, you still love me after 29 years. Oddly enough, I stopped crying any tears. Oddly enough, this song keeps going more than one verse. Oddly enough, I don't think I could make it any worse. Oddly enough, I just made it worse. Yeah, we're reaching. Okay, so that was fun. Brenda, you're great. We have more to that. Oh, total Dan. Thank you, Dan. I could stumble to that. That's what he said. I could stumble to that. I think he liked it. So, and then
I know he can.
You know he can.
I remember from high school.
Dan, you're great. We want you back. So, Dan, you may watch the show every week. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel and to Brenda's fantastic YouTube channel. So please, we really love it when you do that. If you're watching on Facebook, you can stay here. But then go over to YouTube and subscribe to our channels, please, because that really helps us out a lot, right? When we get those extra views, it just makes everything better for what we're trying to do. So we really appreciate it, and we invite you in advance to do that. So yeah, we'll call it the Inebriation song. Thank you. It'll be dropping on Spotify shortly. So we now have one more song to do, you and me, because we're approaching the end of the hour. And this is another one that's a big favorite in your family. Is that right?
It is, yeah.
Okay. This is in honor of the
Year-round,
season.
too. Not just Halloween time.
Oh,
year
good.
round.
Okay. Year round. So are you starting?
Oh yeah, I could do it.
Okay. I was working in the lab late one night when my eyes beheld an eerie sight. For my monster from his slab began to rise, and suddenly, to my surprise,
He did the mash.
he did the monster mash.
The monster mash.
It was
Put on in a flash.
He did the mash.
He did the monster mash.
The monster mash.
it did the monster mash.
From my laboratory in the castle east to the master bedroom where the vampires feast. The ghouls all came from their humble abodes to get a jolt from my electrodes.
They did the mash.
They did the monster mash.
The monster mash.
Was a graveyard smash.
They did the mash.
It caught on in a flash.
The monster mash.
They did the monster mash. The zombies were having fun. The party had just begun. The gulfs included Wolfman, Dracula, and his son. I think this verse is done. They did the mash. They did the monster mash.
The monster mash.
It was a graveyard smash.
They did the mash. It caught on in a flash.
They made the mash.
They played the monster mash. Out
Out from his coffin, Drax voiced a ring. Seems he was troubled by just one thing. He opened the lid and shook his fist and said, "Whatever happened to my Transylvania twist?"
It's now the mash.
It's not the monster mash.
The monster mash.
It was a graveyard smash.
They did the mash.
It caught on with a flash.
They did the mash.
It did the monster mash.
Did the
Now
mash.
everything's cool. Twax a part of the band, and my monster mash is the hit of the land. For you, the living, this mash was meant to. When you get to my door, tell them Boris sent you. You can mash. You can monster mash.
Monster mash.
And do my graveyard smash.
Do the mash.
And you catch on with the flash.
You do the mash. How does the song end?
The monster mash.
Wow.
You know, my grandmother always sang alto in church, and I never understood it, but now I always sing alto in anything, always. I'm always the lower harmony.
You are the one. This is good. We're meant to be together, Brenda.
We are meant to be.
Yeah.
I'm the woofer, you'll be the tweeter.
There we go. You just went. Just
You're all top, I'm all bottom.
I'm always a top. So, thank you very much for watching The Eden Show with Brenda Earle Stokes. Woo! Make sure you subscribe to our channels, buy us coffees, buy us Venmos. We love y'all very much. Next week's guest on The Eden Show is comedian Poppy Champlin, live here in the studio. Thank you so much, Brenda. We loved it. See you soon.